Let's get salty!
Hey everyone, Zeddy here again with a brand new video, and it's time for our day one expansion review. I streamed all day yesterday, tried out a bunch of stuff for Across the Timeways, and I gotta say, this image over here is symbolic of a lot of the things on day one, where the first thing that I saw when the expansion went live was not the new expansion is live, but was introducing a new Gamba for a new pet, as there was monetization crammed down our throats so freaking much, it's crazy. Thankfully, it's like all cosmetic. We'll talk about it, but more importantly, I played a lot of Hearthstone. I played a lot of new cards, and I really, genuinely love this expansion. The mechanics it has, the flavor, the cards, they're awesome. But yes, there's one giant freaking problem that we all pretty much saw coming. We'll see if it continues that way, but it really does appear to be that the old stuff is still just so much better than almost everything new. So we'll talk about that. If you feel like I've earned your subscription, you want to help support the channel, please hit that sub button down below. Give the video a like, as it helps the channel out a lot. So I thought it was really funny. Yeah, this popped up. There was somebody that replied to me that they got the new expansion out now message. I got that afterwards, but I just thought it was funny that that one came up. But I want to talk about the expansion itself and kind of just go over my feeling of like just the stuff I tried out, because I tried out a lot of stuff. I was very addicted, and there will be a gameplay video later today on Nature Shaman, which I've named Place to keep, you know, spoiled things in line, where yeah, you have the Muradin, and I got Diamond Farseer Woe, which is incredible, and this deck is arguably the best new deck, not the best deck, but the best new deck out there. It's between this and like a very aggressive the Warlock Shred deck, which I haven't tried out, but I tried that deck out. I played that for quite a few hours. I had a really good time. I tried out some Rafam, and Rafam is amazing. It's such a cool card. I crafted him golden. Every version is golden. It's awesome, but every time I won, it just felt like, because I'm playing the control shell, you know, with like the locations and the armor gain and the life steal and all that, but still, I had a blast playing Rafam. I think it's a really cool card. I know people will love it, and it's not the worst thing in the world. You could definitely win with it. I even had a good amount of success with no minion DH, where you just have like spells and locations. Solitude was really good, and the fabled cards in particular, like Broxigar, just feel amazing. Like, I love these cards. They're so cool, but a lot of them take a while to get going. Like Broxigar, I love it. I never actually played him in any game. I did well with the deck, but it was all because of like the mana cheat on my minions and stuff like that, or just the burn cards. But still, I had a really good time. All the different archetypes, they felt unique and different. Even Aura Paladin, which seemed terrible the version I played. When you play a card like the, what's it called, Gelbin, it's incredible getting those auras. The deck itself didn't feel great, but I feel like there's maybe a way to get there. The problem is, every time I queued into like a Quest Warlock, or I queued in to a pre-existing like Fire Rack deck, I just got smoked, or like a Chemical Spill Warrior. And yeah, if we look at the very early stats, and this is really alarming. This is really alarming. The meta, it's early. Don't get me wrong. This is really early. If you look at like HS Guru, they have really early limited stats. The best deck, Control DK, which isn't actually Control DK. It's the Fire Rack DK with like leeches and all of that. Quest Warlock, which has been the bane of my existence for quite a while. Aggro Demon Hunter, which I think runs the new 7/9, so it does have like something new in there. You know, a big minion you can cheat out. Fire Rack Rogue, Protoss Priest, Heron DK, which I will probably highlight, has been elevated because yeah, the Fabled card, the whole like Talanji into Insomni, really good. I actually might get my legend done with it, did really well. And then you have Shred's Lock, which is the deck I mentioned is doing quite well. Mech Warrior, again, nothing really new outside of a couple new cards. Starship DK, Quest Warrior, again, some of these decks have new cards, but they're all the, you know, the same stuff we've been facing. And then yeah, as I mentioned, they're calling it Masochist Shaman. They really should call it Hassan Shaman, but we're going Masochist or Nature Shaman. But yeah, that deck, like again, we'll highlight it later today. I have a gameplay video on it. It's good. It's definitely playable, but I do notice when I queue into these decks, I feel like I'm playing on hard mode. And yeah, really early on, it's like the older stuff is so much better, and it's almost like leaving things unchecked for months at a time, right? We haven't had a serious balance patch. Even the last one, which was like over 2 months ago, was just a Mirtrisol and Reserve Spot or whatever it's called. It was 2 cards. That was it. That's all we've had in over 2 months. That, yeah, wow, shocker. The old stuff is just kind of dominating, and the newer stuff is, again, it doesn't feel amazing competitively. And you can even see if we go like really limited sample size, you can see the bottom are like mostly the new strategies, right? Like Arcane Mage 36.1%, Starship Reform 39.6%, Reform Lock at 44%. It's not looking, again, amazing for a lot of these new decks, and that's just, I mean, it's just been the thing all year. But I will say, for me, playing throughout all day, I had so much more fun than I did with Ungoro, than I did with Emerald Dream, mainly because the cards are just cooler. I just like the cards so much better. I don't get excited for quests and Imbue and Hero Power. Like, I just don't get excited to click the button, but to play cool Fabled cards and different archetypes, yeah, that's really awesome. I wish they could be more competitive out the gate, but there's always potential for it. Whereas with Ungoro, if the quest took over, would I even like that? I've always been conflicted about that. So it did lead me to tweeting, it's amazing how much more interesting this expansion is than the last two. Power level wise, I have no idea if it's good enough. It doesn't appear that way, but anything is better than quests and hero power decks. So at least they're pleasing me. I don't know how you feel. Obviously, I just wish they would nerf the crap out of like these stupid mana cheat scam decks that have been running rampant forever, or just Quest Warlock having like infinite value forever and ever. Like by turns 4 and 5 is just absurd with Lifesteal Russian Charge. But overall, I really like this set. I think it's a really awesome set. Just the main problem is the older stuff is just too much better. And I did say that again, right? I did say day one impressions, kind of summarizing what I was going to talk about. The expansion is awesome, has tons of interesting mechanics and cards, flavor is incredible, and the old stuff is just better than almost all of it. I want this style of Hearthstone to be meta. I just like the play patterns for the most part, and I hope rotation or a major balance patch can make that happen. So really be curious to hear what you guys have to say, if you agree, disagree with all that stuff, because yeah, for me, I'm really digging the set, even if I'm kind of struggling to win games with it. And the other major part of this patch, which I talked about, the shop update, which was just bonkers, like absolutely insane. How much money you could spend on this patch is astronomical. What I will recommend, which I always recommend, I rarely ever say like it's worth spending money on certain things in Hearthstone. The Tavern Pass always to me it's like $20 USD, 25 Canadian. You get a diamond, you get you get a bunch of signatures, a signature legendary, like the Mage Fabled at level 100. You get packs, golden packs, XP boost for 20 bucks. Compare it to what we're gonna go over. It's like the bargain of all bargains, 9x value to the extreme. So if you are ever wanting to spend money on Hearthstone, yeah, it's kind of the way to go. It's pretty solid. It's the only thing, again, I will likely ever recommend. But yeah, I want to show you the most funny things. So let's go through how much money you could spend on this patch. First, there's they have this way, I like how they show this, by the way, the ranked bundles. You actually see what you get in each rank, but the golden one is so insulting. So for $40 US or 50 Canadian, you could get 4 golden rares and commons, a golden or a random signature, I guess, and 12 golden packs. So that's what, $50 or $40. We'll go the US dollars. So $40 US, another 80, so 120 total. You get a bunch more golden stuff that someone like me, I don't even want this crap. Like, it's just not worth it at all. And then on top of that, you could spend another 100, so $280 $120 to get 30 more golden packs, 3 signatures, and they're only for this expansion. So let's say you have them all, or they're not part, or like they're excluded, which I think Dizzy Fly or something like that, he didn't realize that some of them are gated to a specific bundle, so he opened up duplicate signatures. Like, imagine how bad that feels when you spend $100 to get that. If you spend $220 you get a crappy Mr. Clocksworth card for free. They have the audacity to call this free when there's no other way to get this card other than spending $220. That it is not free in any universe. I hate when companies do that stuff. So I thought that was hilarious. Again, I don't recommend any of those bundles at all. However, if you're actually looking at like investing into a Hearthstone collection and you do want to spend some money, the other best way besides the rewards track is the across the timeways rank bundle, where at tier 1 for $20 you get like 22 packs and 2 legendaries, and they're duplicate protected. That's pretty good. And then at $40 you could get 53 packs and 2 legendaries. Like, you're getting a pretty good value for that, because normally like 50 plus packs will cost you like $60-70, and you don't get the legendaries with it. And then the even farther after that, $60 you get 85 packs and 4 legendaries. So if you're actually wanting to spend money on Hearthstone in a more constructive way of actually building your collection, this is a good way of going about it. But again, very expensive, obviously, for a free-to-play card game that if they shut the servers down, we don't have nothing in a second. But if there was a way to build your collection and you are wanting to spend money, it's one of the better ones out there. It's like comparable to like the Mega Bundle or a pre-order. Like, it's in that line, so that's not too bad. However, the bundle I did buy, my chat helped crowdfund this for me because I just really wanted it. A $100 signature fabled bundle. So you get like Muradin, you get Galbin and Blumsamdi, and I also got Chronolord Epoch signature. I don't see it saying that anywhere, but I got it. It's very confusing. I didn't think you're supposed to, unless there's press more for more info. It doesn't say anything about that, so I guess I'll just take it. I don't know if that's the normal deal, but yeah, for $100, at least you get value that each version of the Fable, right? The 3 different cards of signatures, but obviously ridiculously overpriced. If it wasn't a content creator, no chance I'd do it. But think about how much you could spend. $100 on that, over $100 on the standard bundles, over $200 on the golden stuff, over like $20 on the golden stuff. There's also portraits added to the shop, just a couple basic ones though, I believe. This hero skin of Laera is a returning one, 1,500 gold or 1,250, or Omen Collar Pressed, or 1,000 gold or 875 Canadian. So you got that. Oh, and I actually forgot Sylvanas the Diamond is $60 for one card. You do get the 3 different versions, but my God, that's a lot of money. And that's not even counting the Gamba. There's yet another Gamba going for Arthas, so you can spend another $158 to get all of this stuff. You could basically drop like $1,000 on this patch alone, pretty much, just to get everything. Obviously, I haven't done that. I did buy the signature bundle and the tavern pass, but outside of that, I'm staying clear. Like, it's just crazy how much it is. But at least, again, it's basically all cosmetic. And outside of this, predatory gambling thing, the rest is, you know what you're getting. You know what you're getting for the most part, outside of like pack RNG and legendary RNG. But it's crazy, the priority, right? It's so much monetization. And can we get some nerfs? Can we get some balance changes? How about that? It's been over 2 months. You've been acquiring all of our money. Let's make the game a little bit better. Anyways, that's my kind of review of the expansion launch. Really love the set. I really do. I just wish, it was a bit more competitive, or the older stuff was scaled back a bit. I'm really excited to see what rotation's going to look like at this point, or if we do get a major balance patch. But anyway, stay tuned later today. We do have a Nature Shaman gameplay. It's shockingly good. We'll want to keep place on this channel to wait for that gameplay video. And tomorrow, of course, we'll have our first deck recommendation video after we have enough stats for you guys. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.